great. I love good music, man. So let's get into some of the new music, man. I've been talking about the Eminem album, The Death of Slim Shady. You know, that album has been highly, highly anticipated. You know what I'm saying? We've mentioned it ad nauseum from the moment it was announced. We talked about it here on this podcast, and it finally came out a couple weeks ago. I think it's a very, very, very dope album. First of all, production credit. Eminem produced a lot of the album himself with, I think, Louis Resto, I believe is his production partner. But he's got a lot of the production on there. Of course, Dr. Dre has production credits on there. Denon Porter's on there. Don Cannon, Q Beats. And some other producers that I'm kind of escaping me right now in my mind. But he's got a lot of dope production on there. You know what I'm saying? Now, the album is a concept album. It's called The Death of Slim Shady. If you've been following Eminem, you know that Slim Shady is Eminem's alter ego. Slim Shady is the one that talks really crazy and reckless about people. Slim Shady is not politically correct. Slim Shady says offensive things and doesn't care about the repercussions from them. You know what I'm saying? Somebody blowing their horn riding by, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Eminem, you know what I'm saying, doesn't care about none of that. I mean, Slim Shady doesn't care about none of that. Eminem is more mature. Eminem, Marshall Mathers, as a man, he's 50 years old now. He's raised daughters to be wonderful women in society. So he doesn't rock with all that crazy, reckless talk. He's a responsible human. So it's inevitable that Eminem wants to put Slim Shady to rest because Slim Shady keeps getting him in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Even the album cover is a picture of Slim Shady being zipped up in a body bag. So Eminem released a statement the day before the album came out saying that the album was meant to be listened to in sequence, in order, because it's a concept album. And there's several skits on there. And the album starts off, you know, him rapping crazy. And then at the very end, you know, near the end, the song Guilty Conscience 2 comes up where Eminem and Slim Shady are talking to each other. I'll get into that later. Let me just rewind a little bit. The album starts off with the song Renaissance, which is a very, very dope record. Eminem is rapping his butt off on this song. He's just going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Lyrically, like he's showing everybody why he's so dope, you know what I'm saying? In the song, he talks about how people criticize the great artists. And he mentioned, you know, people will say Kendrick Lamar album didn't have any bangers, or J. Cole's Might Bleed Later was whack, or Lil Wayne's album was whack. And y'all might find something wrong with 36 Chambers, which is Wu-Tang's debut album, which is an undeniable classic. I don't know how you can have any kind of criticism of Enter the 36 Chambers by the Wu-Tang Clan. And that's Eminem's point. But a lot of blogs been popping up saying, oh, Eminem's dissing Kendrick Lamar. And they've been creating content around that when he's clearly not dissing Kendrick. He's clearly saying this is what people say about the greats. You know what I'm saying? But people wanted to make content around even the thought of Eminem dissing Kendrick Lamar. You know, Eminem and Kendrick Lamar are both up under Dr. Dre. So you ain't gonna see no friction there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Renaissance was the first album, was the first song on the album. Very, very dope. The song Habits was dope. Trouble was dope. Brand New Dance was a funny song, you know what I'm saying? A funny classic like Eminem record with a weird little waltzy kind of beat, you know what I'm saying? Really dope. Evil was dope. Now, Antichrist was my favorite song on the album, you know what I'm saying? His name is Marshall. He's the Antichrist. Evil slice and dice. And then they got kids there, men, women, and children. And he's got the children. It's just dope. It's probably the best hook on the album, real dope. Then I liked how at the end of the song, he brought Bizarre on the song, man. You know what I'm saying? I love Bizarre, man. You know, killing. I miss hearing Bizarre. I kind of miss D12 a little bit, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of miss that whole camaraderie, man. Shout out to Denon, you know what I'm saying, con artist. Shout out to, you know, Swifty, McVeigh, man, and I forget. Swifty was my favorite member of D12, by the way. And what's the other one? The other guy name. But shout out to them, man. Rest in peace to Proof, man. So it was good hearing Bizarre back on there talking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Real dope. And I think Bizarre is the only one in D12 from the West Side. I could be mistaken, though. I'm not sure. I know Eminem, Denon, they are from the East Side. Proof and all that East Side. But I know Bizarre from the West Side. I don't know about Swifty, McVeigh, and those guys. But anyway, It was good to hear Bizarre on Antichrist. That's my favorite song. Now, those of you out there that's getting all up in arms saying, oh, Eminem is making Antichrist, it's metaphorical. He don't literally mean he the Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, y'all people that call Jay-Z Hove, I don't want to hear y'all say nothing. Because Jay-Z called himself Hove and y'all call him Hove. And you want to say that's a metaphor. So don't give me no mess about that, man. Antichrist is a dope song, man. Fuel with J.I.D., dope song. I do think the hook for Fuel could have been a little bit, it's not a bad hook, but I think that Jid came on there rapping crazy. Eminem's rapping crazy on there. I thought the hook could have been a little bit better, but it's still a real dope record, man, Fuel. But I think Fuel could have it could have been one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, towards the end of the album, Guilty Conscience 2 comes on. Now, a lot of us were expecting it to be Dr. Dre and Eminem going at it again. So that was a little disappointing that Dre wasn't on the song, but it was still very dope because you had Slim Shady versus Eminem. They were going at it, you know what I'm saying? Then, of course, the conclusion of the record, Eminem kills Slim Shady, you know what I'm saying? Because Slim Shady had him kind of tied. I don't want to spoil it, you listen to it. And then after that, there's some of course, Toby is on there. Toby with Big Sean and Baby Tron, which they killed that record lyrically. Again, a little bit of criticism. I thought the song was really dope, but the song, if they had more drums in the song, it would give the song more listenability. Is that even a word? Listen, the replay value would be higher if they had some drums in there. But because it's not a lot of drums in there, you don't want to replay it. Whereas if someone got some drums, it'll just replay over and over again. And I think that kind of ruined the song. It didn't ruin it. The song is still excellent, but it would have made it more better if they would have had some drums in there. And Tobey Maguire got bit by a spider. See, me, it was a go. And you just could rock with it, you know what I'm saying? With some dope drums. But, you know, that's just my criticism of that song, man. Real dope song. And then, of course, the album ends with some sentimental songs. Temporary, where he's talking about, if he passed away, what he would say to his daughter, Haley, you know what I'm saying? And somebody save me. With a Jelly Roll sample on there. Very, very, very dope records, man. Now, some people believe that, like, if you play the album in reverse, it's Slim Shady actually killing Eminem. I don't know about that, man, but it's really intriguing, you know. I think it's dope that Eminem has a whole concept album to begin with. Very, very dope. I think Eminem needed that in his catalog, something different, you know what I'm saying, whole concept album. And like I said, he's rapping his butt off the whole album. So I'll give the album 2 thumbs up, man. 4.5 out of 5 mics, you know what I'm saying. I'll give it 9 out of 10, you know, on the rating. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope. A couple minor criticisms of it, but overall, man, this is a very, very dope album, man. I think Music to Be Murdered By, his last album, was really good. This might be a little bit better than that. I don't know, though, because Music to Be Murdered By was a really, really dope album. So, you know, I saw Elliot Wilson post that this was his best album since Recovery. And I don't know, man, because Music to Be Murdered By was real dope. So either way, real dope album, man. Shout out to Eminem. It did 290K the first week, which is pretty big, you know what I'm saying? A good first week, so it's well on its way to being gold and platinum. I wish nothing but the best to Eminem, man. I think we gotta respect our legends, man.